Hey guys, this is Ron, the Cowboy Prepper. Today I'm working on my 2000 model Dodge pickup, Ram 3500 pickup with a Cummins 5-point engine in it. Back about a year ago, I noticed it was starting to lose power a little bit, but I had sold my big horse trailer and I just wouldn't do it. I'm driving back and forth to work, so I really didn't pay it much mind. I was talking with a buddy the other day about his truck. He is ordering some kind of part for it, and I made the comment that mine just didn't have the power, so we got to talking, and it kind of got me curious. So I decided I was going to check into it a little bit, and I put a fuel pressure gauge on it, and I was sitting there at idle about 4 pounds of fuel pressure. But if I bumped it above idle, it would go down to 0. I said, well, that's got to be a problem. Did a lot of investigating on YouTube, and it seems like several other people are having problems with their trucks with fuel pressure and fuel pumps. Well, it has an electric fuel pump. You probably can't see it, but it's right below the fuel filter, right behind it to the right. Started checking, pricing them around. And good gosh, I mean, you can spend what you want to on a fuel pump. Factory replacement fuel pump at O'Reilly's was about $170. And then the aftermarket ones was, you could pay up to $600 for one with I think it's called a FASS, F-A-S-S, that fuel system. And, I'm a poor boy. I like my truck. I want to take care of it. Dang, this is ridiculous. I used to do mechanic work for 15, 20 years. And I've always, when I'd buy parts, a lot of times at the parts store, I started figuring out I was having less trouble buying the cheaper parts than I was buying the brand name ones. And a lot of times I found out they'd been made by the same company. And that company just put their name on it. So I've always, in the past years, have looked around for the best prices on my parts, and I gotta tell you, I can't say that I've had a problem. Anyway, I needed a fuel pump, so I got online after I called around, started looking at the prices online on eBay. Out of all the pumps, there was none of them 120, 150, 170, and like I said, up to 600. Well, there's got to be a cheaper route. I finally come across one fuel pump on eBay for $79. It looks a little different, but it bolts right up. And it's called Herco, H-E-R-C-O. So I got to looking at it. I'll show you. Here is the Herco fuel pump. It's designed as a direct bolt-on, inline fuel pump. And when I went to buy it for $79 free shipping, when I clicked on it, they had like a $8 discount if you spent over $50 with them. Well, it pumps over 50. So anyway, shipping and all, I got it. It was a little less than $72. I did some research online of that brand name, and saw where several mechanics had commented on that they had never had any issues with these fuel pumps, that they were good quality. So for that price, $71 was worth a chance. So anyway, I'm installing it today, and we'll see what we get. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and hook my fuel pressure gauge up and crank it up and let you see what it's doing right now. Okay, I have the fuel pressure gauge hooked up. I got it hooked up right here where that's the inlet line to the injector pump. I've got it bled all air out of it, so I'm gonna turn it on, get my fuel pump to running. Let's see what kind of pressure we got. It actually was running a little bit better this morning than it has, but it was cooler morning. That may have been only the reason. Okay, I've got my fuel pump running right now. As y'all can see, I'm running looks like about 5.5, 6 pounds of fuel pressure at the moment with just the pump running. I'm gonna crank it up and see what it does. got it running, and you can see my gauge is sitting there almost on zero. It's just well, it's not even at 1 pound. So we're gonna put this Herco fuel pump on and see what happens. Imagine when I just touch the accelerator, it's gonna drop to zero. We'll see if that don't take care of my fuel pressure problem. Okay, I've got the old fuel pump off. Got it sitting here right next to the new one, comparing. You can see there's a big difference in the way they look. This one, the electrical connection plugs in at the bottom. This one has a pigtail. But besides that, I see no reason why it won't bolt up. We'll get it hooked up and we'll see what happens. Got it installed, just turned the key on. I got it cranked once. Got the air out of the lines. It's at 10 pounds now. Sitting there, the pump hasn't even ran. Okay, I got the fuel pump put in. Pump's running at the moment. Did the little key cycle. Look at there, I'm bumping 27 pounds. You see that? Big difference from 6, ain't it? Let me get it cranked. With it running at idle, I have 20 pounds. I'll see if I can move my gauge around to where I can accelerate it and you see it. 20 pounds at idle. Dropping down to 14 as high as I'm gonna sit here and rev it at idle. I think my fuel pressure problem is took care of. I have to drive it and see, but it sure looks like it. Well, there you go, guys. I'll show you if I can. It's down there, guys. I don't know if there's any light to show you. There was a little bit of a change in the way the fuel inlet line plugged up. It plugs up directly straight back instead of that little elbow that comes on your old pump. But the line turned that way. It's not rubbing anything. It looks okay. I don't see no reason why it won't work. So guys, if your hobby is not spending money on your truck, check them out. Only time will tell whether the pump holds up, but at the moment I'm very happy, and I only spent 72 bucks on a fuel pump. Okay guys, I just got back from a test drive and my power is back. 395,000 miles on this old truck, and it's running great again.